And first, we got to bring up, there's an update on something that we talked about on the Drive-Thru a few days ago. We asked the question, well, if old Kenny Olivier is suspended from his executive vice president position, suspended as a wrestler, how is he in Japan going to this video game convention they got going on over there, or whatever the he was allegedly doing at Sega headquarters, or when he had the joystick in his hand, or whatever is going on over there. Apparently, they have sent out a clarification that Kenny Omega will not be involved in any of the official AEW activities related to this video game convention or what they were sent over there to do. Yes. So apparently this nitwit just loves video games in Japan so much, he flew completely around the world to fucking go have his picture taken in the lobby of the video game company as a mark instead of a person working there.
Watch him decide not to come back from Japan. Wouldn't that be funny?
You know what? I'd be more than happy to help him make that decision. Maybe Tony will too, but that's an update. He is not appearing on any official AEW platforms over there while he's doing that. He's still suspender-fied.
That's right, but unofficially, I'll be playing 8 out of 10 video games that Sega presents me.
Yes, and actually, if anybody wants to call their favorite phone sex line, 1-800-BLOW-ME, anything like that, he's working the overnight shifts this week.
How about that? Did you see that all of a sudden people were acting like this? Kenny Omega said he wouldn't hire 80% of the roster thing is brand new news. We talked about that weeks ago here on the show.
Yeah, well, they were acting like, oh, that's just a rumor. That didn't happen. No, that's what happened. That's why we said that's what happened. And now a couple weeks later, everybody's catching up to us.
Guys, he's not a good executive, and he's not a great human being, maybe. And guess what? There's more. So shut up. Stop doubting us already.
As these doubting Thomases. And I now certain people sympathetic to the cause of Twinkle Toes and the rest of his merry band of pranksters are trying, well, he was just kind of joking. Or he was looking at Will Ospreay because they got heat. Does Will Ospreay constitute 8 out of 10 of the AEW roster?
Is he on the AEW roster? He works for New Japan.
Well, exactly. But no, they're trying to deflect. He was looking at Ospreay when he said that. Then why didn't he say, I wouldn't have hired all of you, or there's certain of you I wouldn't have hired, while exchanging a pointed glance with Mr. Ostrich, his Japanese rival? But no, he just made a blanket statement. Hey, if it was up to me, I wouldn't have hired 8 out of 10 of you. Well, we got news for you, Twinkle Toes. There's probably quite a few of them that would say the same thing about you. They just can't because you used to be an executive vice president of the company. And they're waiting to see whether or not you will be again before they say, you fucking dog-faced piece of shit, don't talk to me like that or I'll slap the taste out of your mouth. That's what they would have said to you had you not been their boss when you said that.
I also love the other idea that when the altercation was happening in CM Punk's locker room after All Out, that it was the Bucks and it was Punk and it was Ace Steel. Kenny was just innocently trying to save the dog. When all of a sudden he got beat up. Not Kenny was there trying to break everyone apart. No one in the middle of that fight's like, oh, let me get the dog.
No, he was looking for a future pay-per-view opponent. I'm telling you, Kenny and Larry, because look at it this way. If an inanimate object like a blow-up sex doll or a 6-year-old girl can give Kenny a goddamn competitive match, I believe that 25-pound Larry, rescue dog, can kick his ass.
That is the ultimate challenge. It's a lot easier to work with a blow-up doll than an actual dog.
Yeah.
It has to be impossible to have a good match with an untrained dog.
So there you go. And I tell you what, one of the best working dogs I ever met was Arnold Steiner, Scotty Steiner's dog. Arnold could go. And when he would put your entire foot in his mouth, he wouldn't even tromp down on it too hard. He'd just hold it there. He was working. So I think that maybe Kenny saw, while my friends get their asses kicked by CM Punk, I'm going to grab that dog and we can go in the back and tape an angle, and then I can be on the pay-per-view next month against Larry the Dog. But then the people would be cheering for Larry. But at least Kenny wouldn't have to worry about having his leg humped. Because Larry, I understand that Larry is very judicious. No, Larry.
At least he'll have that going for him.
Yeah. Well, Larry picks his partners carefully. I don't think he would, unless Kenny did a blood test or something, I don't think Larry would want to hump Kenny's leg. You're not sure where that leg's been.